Ever feel like you're constantly chasing life but never catching up? Anxiety, doubts, pressure. It's like the world's pushing you around, right? Most folks spend their days reacting instead of controlling the chaos. But there's a way of thinking that makes you unshakable. Someone who owns their mind instead of letting it own them. Picture learning from someone who faced battles most people couldn't even imagine. But their real victory wasn't over others. It was over themselves. This legendary samurai won over 60 duels, and the principles he lived by show exactly how to develop discipline, consistency, and emotional control, even when everything's falling apart. And no, it's not about swords or living in feudal Japan. It's about applying the mindset that turned an ordinary fighter into an invincible warrior, and it can change your life, your business, your results, starting today. Here's the catch. This is rare knowledge. Most people don't know it. Fewer apply it. Every minute you waste stuck in bad habits is one more minute away from confidence, persistence, and real success. If you're ready to listen and take action, in the next few minutes you'll learn how to train your mind like a warrior, turn mistakes into lessons, and build an inner strength that'll help you crush any challenge. Most folks are stuck in constant mental battles. Anxiety, doubts, pressure, it's relentless. They react to every problem like their brain's on fire. And man, that's exhausting. The trick? Stop running from the chaos and start understanding it. That's where mental toughness kicks in. You can't control the world, but you can control how you react. Funny thing is, most people don't even realize it. They blame circumstances, bosses, clients, even bad luck. But it's all internal. That nagging voice, that panic when deadlines hit. That's the real battlefield. And here's the kicker. Mastering it is what separates folks who make results from folks who just dream. Mental toughness isn't about shutting off emotions. Feeling fear? Cool. Feeling stressed? Expected. The key is not letting it run the show. Discipline, consistency, and persistence turn these mental battles into training grounds for real results. When people start practicing this, it sticks. Control your triggers, act on purpose, repeat. Suddenly, you're responding instead of reacting. And that shift? It's like flipping a switch from chaos to clarity. And that sets the stage for the next lesson. A mindset shift that makes anyone unshakable no matter the storm. There's a way of thinking that makes you unshakable. Not magic, not a shortcut. It's a mental framework. Folks who get it don't freak out when stuff hits the fan. They analyze, adapt, and move. It's like having a cheat code for life. Everyone else is bouncing around, getting swept up in emotions. But the disciplined mind, calm, clear, purposeful. That's how you build self-confidence, persistence, and emotional control. Once you see things this way, obstacles turn into stepping stones. It takes practice, though. You won't get it overnight. The world trains you to react, but you gotta train yourself to respond. That's where consistency and discipline really matter. They're not buzzwords, they're survival tools. Once you start practicing this shift, life feels different. Stressful situations, manageable, big decisions, easier. Your results improve and you realize your mind was the most untapped resource all along. And that brings us to our legendary example. A samurai whose mental discipline made him nearly invincible. This samurai didn't just fight opponents. He fought himself. Over 60 duels, sure, but the real lesson was self-mastery. He built a mental structure so solid it made him untouchable. And the crazy part? He didn't have a degree in psychology, just experience, observation, and relentless practice. He knew mental control beats brute force. Every duel taught patience, observation, and emotional regulation. Every loss, every close call, sharpened his mind. That's the point. Power comes from discipline, not luck. He lived by principles that applied to everything. Strategy, decision-making, even living. And guess what? Those same principles work today. For entrepreneurs, leaders, anyone chasing results and self-confidence, this mindset is pure gold. He wasn't a robot. He got tired, frustrated, anxious, but he had the framework to keep moving. That's the difference between someone who falters and someone who thrives. And this leads us to the first big principle he lived by. Mastery comes from daily training. He said it straight. The path is in the training. No magic, no shortcuts. True mastery comes from daily repetition. While others waited for inspiration, he worked. He acted even when he didn't feel like it. That's discipline and consistency in action. In entrepreneurship, same deal. Results aren't luck. They're the sum of repeated actions. Doing the work daily builds mental toughness and emotional control. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline sticks. Training isn't about perfection. It's about showing up. Every action builds skill, focus, and confidence. Small steps compound into massive progress over time. And here's the kicker. You'll fail in the process. But failure isn't defeat, it's feedback. Every mistake is a chance to refine your approach. And this flows right into the next principle. Understanding cost and benefit in everything. Every choice has a cost. He got that. Every decision, big or small, comes with a trade-off. Some battles need to be lost to win the war. Awareness is the secret. Nail this, and you gain emotional control and focus. In entrepreneurship, same thing. You can't do it all. Saying yes to one thing means saying no to another. Discipline helps you prioritize what actually matters. Persistence is picking the right battles and committing. Pain isn't the enemy. It's a teacher. Every setback, data. Observe, analyze, adapt. That's how mental toughness grows. That's how results happen. Most people ignore this. They react, waste energy, lose focus. The samurai. He treated every loss as a lesson, every win as a checkpoint. Next, he shows us how to see what most people miss. The real battle? It isn't what you see. It's what you don't. The samurai trained his mind to spot patterns, read intent, sense danger before it hits. That kind of perception comes from patience, practice, persistence. Entrepreneurs take note. Anticipating market shifts, human behavior, hidden opportunities, pure gold. Emotional control and consistency make it possible. He treated silence, shadows, tiny gestures like textbooks. Respond, don't react. Intuition isn't magic. It's trained observation. And once you see the invisible, adaptability becomes second nature. Water beats rock not with force but with patience. He knew no single tactic wins every fight. Life changes. Business changes. Adapt without losing yourself. Flexibility plus discipline, resilience. Markets shift, tactics fail. Being rigid? Quick way to burn out. Adjust strategy without losing purpose. That's mastery. He flowed with circumstances, learning from every curveball. Persistence isn't stubbornness. It's smart action. Adaptability multiplies results. Next, readiness that comes from action itself. Readiness isn't taught. It's earned. Every mistake, training, every failure, lesson. Waiting for the right moment? Nope. Action breeds clarity. Discipline builds it. Consistency reinforces it. Emotional control sustains it. The more you act, the sharper your mind. Mistakes are expected. Wins are earned. Both train resilience. Mental toughness grows in motion, not idleness. And this leads to the daily ritual that ties it all together. Morning, set intention. Daytime, act with purpose, discipline, consistency. Night, reflect, adjust, learn. The samurai didn't wait for inspiration. He created it. Small deliberate actions compound into mastery. Emotional control? Check. Confidence? Check. Results? They follow. Ritual isn't restriction, it's liberation. Ordinary days become extraordinary training. Mistakes, opportunities, wins, feedback. The path is in the daily grind. Which brings us to the ultimate lesson. Purpose and legacy. Life's too short for small battles. He chose purpose over ego. That's the true legacy. Not fame, but impact. Not recognition, but influence. Every choice, action, habit shapes your story. World might not notice, but your legacy lives in people, results, systems you leave behind. Discipline, plus persistence, plus clarity, lasting impact. That's the takeaway. Next, mastering decisions and creating your own path. Indecision kills more than failure. He said, decide fast, adjust in motion. Align action with purpose. Focus on what matters. In business and life, uncertainty paralyzes. Purpose gives direction. Decisions plus discipline cost results. Fear and doubt, expected. Control them. Act anyway. Consistency and persistence make success inevitable. Most people hesitate, waste energy. He acted, learned, adapted. That's mental toughness in motion. And now, the ultimate teaching, the epic conclusion and legacy. They say at life's end, The legendary samurai stood alone on a mountain, sword in hand, calm as if he'd already won. Wind whispered like an ancient chant. He sought no glory or enemies, only understanding. The real battle? Not against others, but within. Fear, doubt, impatience. He mastered himself first. That's how you win life. Every mistake, stumble, loss, training disguised as life. True strength? Not never failing, it's never giving up. Victory? Keeping your soul intact. Discipline? Freedom? Persistence? Sheer power? Purpose? Clarity? Now it's your turn. Will you act with intention? Train daily? Turn mistakes into growth? Transform hesitation into action? If you're ready, subscribe and hit the notifications. Don't miss the lessons ahead. Your journey to mental toughness and results starts now.